Hello friends, welcome to this video. This is Rohit. Friends, in today's video we are going to discuss topic called cookies in PHP. So let's start. First of all, we will understand what cookies are. So friends, cookies are small files that stored in client computer by the server. So cookies are used for storing information of a web page on client computer. Okay, so when same user visits the page again, then these cookies are automatically retrieved by browser. So maximum size for cookies are 4 KB. So cookie is a small file with maximum size of 4 KB, and this file will be stored on your computer by the server. So cookie has name and value. So the data in this cookie is stored in form of name and value pair. Now next important thing regarding cookie is a cookie can only read by the domain which has set it. Or which has issued it. So for example, if cookie is set by example.com domain, then it cannot be read by another domain like example1.com. Okay, so cookie values are accessible only to the domain who issued it, who has set it. No any other domain can access it. So friends, there are two types of cookies. First type is called session cookie, and second type is called persistent cookie. So friends, these session cookies are the types of cookies that are temporary and they expires as soon as the session ends or whenever you will close the browser. That's why they are called as session cookie or temporary cookie. And second type we have persistent cookie. Now these persistent cookies are available for certain period of time, whatever you will specify while creating them. So you have to specify here the expiration time. So until expiration time, the cookie will be valid and it can provide data. So to make cookies persistent, we have to provide the expiration time. So these session cookies are limited for session only. So once you close the browser, they will be destroyed. So to make cookies persistent, we need to provide expiration time. So cookies will be expired only after given expiration time. So they will be available for access until expiration time. After expiration, they will get destroyed. These are the two types of cookies. Now friends, we will try to see what are applications of cookies, where cookies are useful. So very first use of cookie is to store information regarding user. So the first use of cookie is to store important information regarding user. So whenever user will visit certain website or web application, then these cookies are created. So whenever user will visit the website or web application next time, these cookies will be automatically retrieved by the browser, and it will be used for showing personal recommendation or for creating personal experience. So to get better user experience, these cookies are used by your website or web application. Second use of cookie is to identify the user. So website or web application can identify whether user is visiting website or web application first time or not. If he is visiting first time, they can show you somewhat different content. If you are a regular user, they will show you different content. Then on many websites you might have seen the visitor counter. How many people visited this website till now? You might have seen visitor counter. So that visitor counter can be created using cookies. Next one, session management. Now friends, cookies are widely used for managing the user's session. So for example, if you are shopping on certain website and you will keep adding items to your cart, and at the time of checkout all those items will be added into the list of items that you want to purchase. So this particular solution can be achieved with help of cookies. So cookies are also used for session management. And next important use of cookie is tracking, or you can say analytics. Now friends, these cookies are playing very important role in tracking the user. So with help of cookies, web application or website can track you. They can record your location, they can record your technologies like browser, operating system, from where you are visiting, for what time you stay on that particular website or web application. All these things are recorded with help of cookies. So whatever data they will gather, so that data will be used for targeting ads, for showing ads to you. So based on all this information, they can decide what kind of advertisement should be shown to you. So your visit should be converted into purchase. All these are different applications of cookies. Friends, since from many years these cookies are playing very important role over the internet for identifying the users and for providing the personalized browsing experience. So majorly there are two types of cookies. First type is called first party and second type is called third party cookies. So these types are based on who actually create the cookie, and whatever type we have discussed here, these are based on the context time, for what time cookies are valid. So based on who create the cookie, there are two types. So first type is called first party cookie and second type is called third party cookie. So what are first party cookies? So these are the cookies that are stored by the domain or website that you are visiting directly. So they allow website owners to collect the analytics data, remembering the language setting, or for performing some other useful functions which will improve the user experience over the web application or website. And what are third party cookies? As its name suggests, third party cookie. So these are created by the domains other than the one which you are visiting directly. That's why it is called third party cookie. So these third party cookies are used for cross site tracking and for advertise serving. Friends, now we will try to understand why to use cookies. Friends, HTTP is stateless protocol, which means that each request is executed independently. Means there will be no knowledge of the request that were executed before it or before the current request. So in HTTP protocol, once the transaction ends, the connection will be close between the client and server. So HTTP protocol is not able to maintain the state of user. It cannot identify the difference between current request and previous request. Each request will be handled independently in case of HTTP protocol. So question comes, how to track user? So cookies are available as a solution for tracking user. Now friends, we will try to see how to create cookies in PHP. So friends, in PHP, for creating cookie, we have to use a function called setCookie. So this function requires several parameters. First parameter, it requires name. Second parameter, it requires value. Third parameter, it requires expire. Fourth parameter, it requires path value. Next parameter, it requires domain. Then it requires secure, HTTP only. These are the several parameters that require for creating a cookie. Now friends, here only the first parameter is mandatory and all remaining parameters are optional. Now let's understand what we can pass as an argument to this setCookie function. The first argument we have name. Now friends, this name argument is used to specify the name of cookie and it is mandatory argument. Now second argument we have value. Friends, this value argument is used to store any value into cookie. So as I told you already, it is generally stored with name. So there will be name value pair. Name will specify the name of cookie with which you can access it later on, and value will store the actual value. So you can store, for example, session ID, you can store language preference, you can store username, any value you can specify here. Then third argument we have expire. Now friends, already we discussed, in order to create the persistent cookies, we need to specify the expiration time. So when your cookies will get expired, that you can specify with this third argument. It is used to set the expiration time for cookies. Friends, if you don't provide the value of expire, then the cookie will be treated as session cookie, which will get destroyed on browser close or on session end. Then fourth argument we have path. Friends, this argument is used for setting the web URL into cookies. So if you set the path value, then this cookie will be accessible only by the specified URL. No any URL can access the value of cookie. So to make cookie accessible for whole domain, we can specify the path value as /. So it will be accessible for whole domain. Next argument we have domain. Now this argument basically specify the domain of application. So you can also use this domain argument for limiting the access of cookies only for subdomains. So no any other domains will be able to access it. Next argument we have secure. So friends, if you set its value to 1, then the cookies will be available and they will be sent only over the HTTPS connection. And at last we have seventh argument, that is HTTP only. So if it is set to true, then client side scripting languages like JavaScript cannot access these cookies. So these are the 7 arguments that we can specify while creating cookie within the PHP. So important thing is that only first argument is compulsory, mandatory, remaining all arguments are optional. Now let's try to see an example how to create cookie within PHP. So I will move to cookies.php file, and here we will try to see an example regarding how we can create cookie which will store the username. Now here I will use function called setCookie, specify the name of cookie. So I will specify username, then specify the value. Let's say user123 will be the name of user. Then next argument we need to specify the expiry time, when this cookie should get expire. So friends, for setting this expiry time we will use a built-in function of PHP called time, which will take the current time, and within current time we can add certain amount of time, so when that cookie will get expire. So you can specify time in form of seconds like this. So 24 hours into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So whatever value you will get for this, it will be number of seconds that are present within one day. So if I try to use calculator here, so 24 into 60 into 60, so you can see 86400. So here I can replace this value with 86400. So this cookie will get expired after one day. Then next argument I have to specify path. So as I want to make it accessible for whole domain, I will specify this slash as a path. Now here I will write one statement. Like this, and we will try to run this file. Now friends, you can see here the output, cookie has been set for one day. Now friends, I will try to show you how you can view the cookie within the Chrome browser. So now we have created one cookie, username and value user123. Okay, now we will try to see where it will be stored. So I will click on these 3 dots, select this more tools, and here select this developer tools option. Now here you have to go to application tab, and now you can see in the application tab under storage category there is an option called cookies. Now if I click on this cookies option, you can see there is one cookie created here, and it is by the localhost. Okay, if I click on this, now here you can see the name of cookie is username, and what is value? User123. You can see here whatever arguments we have discussed, all that arguments and their values are available here. I will show you. See here, the domain is localhost, the path is this slash that is available for whole domain. Then expiry, you can see this is the time when this cookie will get expire, and rest of the parameters we have not set. This is how you can view the cookie which will be stored by your application. Now I will close this, and this is how we will set the cookie. Now friends, one more cookie I will create, and we will change its expiry time. Okay, now here I will specify the name of cookie, language, and its value will be, let's say, English. Now here we will set time for only 60 seconds. So after 60 seconds or after 1 minute, this cookie will get expire. Now again we will refresh the web page. and here I will go to more tools and developer tools, and in application now you can see there is one more cookie. Okay, and after 1 minute this cookie will get expire. Now friends, you can see here the cookie has been removed because we set the expiry time for 1 minute only. Like this, the cookies will be disappear after specific period of time. Friends, now we will try to see how to read the value of cookie. Now we have created the cookie. Now let's try to read the value of cookie. So for reading the value of cookie, we can use a super global array variable called cookie. So simply I will use printer function and I will pass the super global array variable called cookie like this. So if I go and refresh, so I will use BR here. Okay, so we will get the result on next line like this. You can see here we have created two cookies. One is called username with value user123 and another one is called language with English. Okay, this is how we can view the cookie values here. So this cookie variable basically contains the name and values of all cookies that has been set by user. Friends, you can also print the value of specific cookie using this super global array variable called cookie. So for example, you want to print the value of only first cookie. What you can write? Echo BR the value of username cookie is, here I can use $_ cookie and I need to pass the name of cookie. What is our name of cookie? Username. So here I will pass username and I will put semicolon like this. Now you can see here it will give us value user123. This is how the cookie super global array variable can be used for accessing the cookie values. If you want to print all values, simply use printer and pass the super global array variable called cookie. So values will be available in form of array elements, key value pair, associative array. You can see here this is associative array. Okay, key and its value. So in form of this all cookies will get displayed. Now next thing we will try to see how to delete cookie. So if you want to destroy cookie, if you want to remove cookie before the expiry time, whatever you have set, then you can set the expiry time to the time that has been already passed. So if you do this, your cookie will get destroyed. So for example, I want to destroy this cookie. Now we have set expiry time for 1 day, but before that we want to destroy this cookie, we want to remove this cookie, we want to delete this cookie. So what I will do here, I will set the expiry time to the time value that has already passed. So I will set the seconds in minus value. Okay, so here I will use again set cookie function. See here, and I will set this time to -60. Any value you can set. So as it is already passed, so this cookie will get destroyed. Okay, now if we go and refresh, you can see here the array key username is not available. It is undefined. Why? Because that cookie has been destroyed now, and you can see here we are not getting the value of username here. Why? Because this cookie has been destroyed. So in order to destroy cookie, again we have to use same function called set cookie, and only the thing we need to set the expiry time to the time which already passed. So our cookie will get destroyed. Friends, like this we can create cookie, we can display cookie, or we can print cookie, and we can delete cookie within the PHP. One more example I will try to show you. I will clear all these things. Now friends, in this example, first of all we will create one cookie here. Let's say name of cookie is location and its value will be, let's say, Pune, and I will specify the expiry time plus 86400. Okay, for 1 day we will create this cookie and then it will be available for whole domain. Okay, now we have created the cookie here. So let's try to check whether this cookie has been set or not. If it is set, we will print the cookie is set with certain value, and if not, then we will print the cookie is not set. Okay, so for doing this we will try to use a super global array variable called cookie. So I will write if, and here I will use a function called isSet. So we will try to check whether the value of cookie has been set or not with help of this isSet function. So here I will pass the name of cookie $_ cookie and write down your cookie variable name, that is location. So if this isSet function returns true, means the value is set, so we will get the output echo, I will write h1, the cookie location has been set with value. How to print the value we know, so I will write here $_ cookie and just pass the cookie name here. So I will write location. Okay, so it will give us the value of location. Else I will print echo the cookie location is not set till now, like this. Okay, so let's try to test what output we will get. So I will go and I will refresh. You can see here we got the output. The cookie location has been set with value Pune. This is how we can test whether cookie has been set or not. Now friends, if you want to modify the value of cookie, then again you need to use same function set cookie, and whatever value you want, specify that value. Suppose I want Mumbai here instead of Pune. So again I will go to browser and refresh. You can see here now cookie value has been modified to Mumbai. So friends, while working with cookie, you need to use same function for creation of cookie, for modification of cookie value, and for deleting cookie values. And now at last I will try to delete this cookie. So what we will do here, simply we will set this time to certain minus value, and here I will simply write echo like this. Okay, now if you go to browser, you can see here we got the message the cookie has been deleted, like this. This is how we can create cookie, we can modify cookie, we can delete cookie within PHP. Friends, if you find this video useful, please like and share this video. I will see you next video. Thank you for watching.